Tuesday for another card of 7 races. They're ready, they're off, and they're racing, and a pretty level break too in the early stages. Seamus Shindig is in the centre with a big white face, even bolder in the noseband. Rio Royale next to the stands rail with Sylvie showing bright early dash. Bathwick Xaara is there in the red and white jacket, and then in behind the Memphis Man on the rail. Out on the wide outside, the extreme left is Grace's Games, with the other grey Witchery and even bolder chasing up through the first quarter mile, and it's tight up front with Rio Royale shaken up on the right, followed by Seamus Shindig and Bathwick Xaara. Sylvie is between runners. Away to the left, Grace's Games and Witchery. They're followed by Even Bolder and Memphis Man as they head down to the final quarter mile. Maybe now Bathwick Xaara just shading it. Grace's Games is right there. Seamus Shindig with every chance to, and then Witchery. Memphis Man is switched towards the far side from Even Bolder, and then Sylvie. An open looking race as they head down to the final furlong. Bathwick Xaara, Seamus Shindig, Witchery over on the far side with Grace's Games and Memphis Man inside the last 150. Still just Bathwick Xaara from Seamus Shindig. Memphis Man is trying hard on the far side. Bathwick Xaara, all out Bathwick Xaara from Memphis Man, far side of Seamus Shindig. Witchery next, then Even Bolder and Grace's Games, Sylvie and Rio Royale.
Well, go figure. Bathwick Xaara back to form in the colours of the Cliffords for Jonathan Portman and Ross Atkinson. Has beaten Memphis Man, who has just nabbed second from Seamus Shindig, and fourth was Witchery. It was a bit of a crapshoot, James, and Bathwick Xaara's come out on top.
That often happens in a crapshoot, Nick. And Bathwick Xaara, who tumbled down the weights from, well, she was rated as high as 68 at one stage. And she was thrown in off that form here of 60. And she has got soft ground form. It was another great effort from Seamus Shindig. It's a real rocking horse ride, and runs consistently well, but seems to be a bit luckless. Even Memphis Man closed really well, but couldn't get there on what I thought was possibly the best part of the track. 11 to 1, Bathwick Xaara, no bargain.
Although Seamus Shindig never races too far off the pace, I fancy he could have done with a shade more cover.
Oh dear. If there was another race in 2 minutes, you'd just move straight onto that one, wouldn't you? But now you're going to force me to sort of come up with some esoteric assessment of what you've just said.
The problem is you've expressed so much enthusiasm for the seller that you've bounced.
That was a good race, though. It's on some interesting angles.
Your Rio Royale theorem didn't really bear out, as that horse was a spent force before halfway and beat a hasty retreat against the well. You'd have to suggest that Memphis Man's a little bit unfortunate here, because he's had to go right round the whole field from the stand side to the far side, and with the rub of the green he'd have won.
Nick, Yellow Cat, horse at the back, I don't feel that's an objective measure of the form of the stable. I think you'll find that what I said earlier does bear out in the... Sorry, for the fullness of time, is what I meant to say. But Bathwick Xaara, she'd won last time on very heavy ground at Leicester last year, but she'd had those conditions 2 back, and she'd run only respectably in all truth. And, well, I suspect this is just because the dynamics of these apprentice races, it can throw up results which are no penalty for this horse next time. Will you back it to go in again?
No, but I might back Memphis Man next time, because he's coming back to form in common with David Evans, who is also making a bit of a resurgence, having endured an uncommon lean spell.
Faster ground as well.
Yeah, faster ground. I think he will win a similar race. Far left. I think he's been a little unlucky here.
Yeah, pink colours way left there on shot. Just a slightly sounder surface. He does go with some cut, as this proves, but slightly sounder surface. I think he'll go in. Witchery sort of ran as well as she should have, really.
It's a he, lest I labour that point. Witchery, Seamus Shindig, a pair of 9-year-olds, have been beaten by the 4-year-old Bathwick Xaara, who's obliged under the excellent Ross Atkinson for Jonathan Portman. And this horse, this filly, has returned at this price.
First number 5, Bathwick Xaara at 11 to 1. Ross Atkinson was riding for winning trainer Jonathan Portman. Won by half a length to number 6, Memphis Man at 12 to 1. And third was number 2, Seamus Shindig, the 11 to 4 favourite. Non-winner 9 and 8 ran.